NCRP Productions presents New Dallas, an Alien RPG campaign series podcast. Episode 3. Hi, and welcome back to the Alien RPG. This is Barry, your Game Master. I'm going to have everyone introduce their characters, and we will start right into it.
Hi, this is Josh. I will be playing Lance Bateman, company man and hater of alien ticks.
Space ticks.
Hi everyone, this is David. I am playing the Colonial Marine, Sergent Alister, Rictor.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Dr. Elizabeth Langtree, the medic.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm playing Bloodhound Baird, playing the Marshal.
And we keep throwing these terms out, so if you're listening to us, want to make sure that you understand these are kind of the archetypes that come in the main Alien role-playing game. It's easier to identify. Each of you isn't necessarily locked into that position, but as a general idea for people playing the game, you can kind of match at least the starting points for our characters using the archetypes that are there. So, last game session, you guys had gotten out of the downed shuttle. Cole, you had seen that there was damage done to the front that was almost assuredly done by something impacting the front, probably not just a piece of garbage in the air or again, we joked about the seagull. It was probably something more direct. You don't know what that was. There has been a spread around the perimeter from where you guys landed. The Marines were sent out by Sargent, and he had them go out. There's been a number of shots fired at something that is moving out there, but does not appear to have been hit yet. Perkins, one of the privates in your squad, Sarge, has disappeared. The only thing connecting you to him was a pile of goo that was never really looked into. It was played with, and that was about it. The group of civilians on the shuttle have been moving with you guys. There have been a number of ups and downs with them. The entire group has pretty much been moving concerned and under stress. We are still not at what I'm going to call a safe point for you to relieve stress. Sorry about that. As we've moved to this latest stopping point, you guys are at the top of a ravine. The sergeant has come back and explained to all the civilian populace that there are only two people that matter. It's Dr. Langtree and Lance Bateman, company man Lance Bateman, that the rest of them don't matter, which of course started him in a uproar, but he said, look, you can come with us, or you can go back to the shuttle and wait there. Cole, you stepped in and said, hey, look, I'll make sure you get through this. You go ahead and get them a little bit calmed, at which point you hear some kind of a growl or a howl or snarl out of the brush, and that brings us to now. So with that noise, of course, immediately quite a few of the civilians are either sucking in air, making some kind of a type sound, or you've got to actually a couple of them either give a squeak or a shriek type thing. But everybody looks in that direction. And at this point, I think it's probably going to be great. We're going to pass around the cards. Go ahead and shuffle them up. Take one.
Oh, these are the initiative.
These are the initiative cards that are provided in the card deck. Right now, you can't get the separate deck anymore. Eventually, when it's reprinted, the starter game does have a deck in it.
10.
So we go 1 to 10, not 10 to 1. So Cole Baird is going last. Bloodhound is sniffing things out, getting himself ready.
I just told all these people I'll keep them safe, and they're about to immediately prove me wrong.
All right. So
I'm going to have to kill them just to save my reputation.
Yeah. You're not saying anything.
Yeah.
All right. So do I have a 1 or a 2 on the board?
You have the lowest number.
I have the lowest number.
I have
You
a
got
1
3 and
in
4.
my number.
In your number. Okay. So first thing that happens, the 3 and the 4, the 3 is whatever's out there. The 4 is the group of civilians. The Marines, I'm going to have you, Sarge, kind of effectively direct them. So if you want them shooting, and we can make you roll the command if you want them to do something specific, but just following orders. Mm-hmm. It's not wasting your action. It's literally just you've made their command of what they're supposed to do. All right. So whatever the snarl was that you guys heard, you guys can see in that general direction that the large blades of grass are moving, and they're not moving the way you've gotten used to seeing that slight wind. And there's not the same noise, that kind of where it's almost like paper rubbing on paper sound. It's almost completely silent. That movement is coming towards the bulk of the group. And then, Sarge, as far as I know, the group has pulled back together, so the circle of 23 of you that are there together are maybe from end to end no more than 5 meters apart from one end to another. So we'll say you're within a 5-meter diameter circle. Yes?
The grass is 10 feet tall?
10 to 12 feet tall in this area and fairly close together. Your full, I can see every part of a person is about 2 meters. Past that point, the blades of grass are crossing in, and you are moving through the grass to do anything. If, for example, somebody were to draw a sword and swing, which in this group would be terrible, just for how closely packed we are, but if you drew a sword, not a knife, but a sword and were to swing, you would be lopping off in that arc that you would make around probably 2 to 3 blades of grass, at least cutting into them, if not actually cutting them up. It's that close. Maybe no more than 20 inches distance between the bases of blades. Some are going to be even closer than that.
Okay.
And like, how wide are the blades specifically?
Blades of grass are anywhere from about 3 inches to 8 inches in width. There, again, it's very thick. Again, I'm thinking in terms of bamboo, but a bamboo forest with width to the bamboo stalks.
Okay. So, I feel like we need to get up higher so we can see what's coming at us.
So, Dr. Langtree mentions that kind of to the group. So the creature, the movement moves. It is moving to its left, which for us, for a space, the group is kind of clumped together. Effectively, from the creature's point of view, at the right-hand side, currently is Navarro, who is in the lead. At the left-hand side, currently is Cole, Dr. Langtree, and Lance. In the middle, we have Sarge, along with Stevens and Coombs, the other 2 private Marines, and everybody else kind of milled around them. So the creature is moving in roughly about the area where you are, Sarge.
Do we see the creature?
No. You see the movement, though. There's no question where it's moving at, but you see no thing to focus on.
There's nothing to fire at.
As far as the crowd goes, there's people are not quiet. They're mumbling. There's fear. There is some grumbling. The fucking Marines, doing what they always do, ignoring us for the company assets. And most of the civilians that were there move directly behind you, Sarge, and the 2 Marines there in the middle with you, Coombs and Stevens. One of them, Katrina Hill, who you met last time as the reporter that seeks the news, she moves over, and you guys are going to all notice this, she moves over and stands right next to Langtree, Dr. Langtree. All right? I am done with mine, so do we have a 5 out there?
I am 5.
Lance, what are you doing?
So Lance Bateman immediately and instinctively pulls his chrome briefcase out and holds it in front of his face.
Meaning you have no vision in front of you?
No, I mean just...
All right.
I
So
might be peeking around
slight
it,
cover.
just
So
kind
your
of-
face has cover.
Yeah.
75%
my face has
cover,
cover.
50% cover.
Yeah. No,
But I'm asking you. 75%, 50%, 25% cover.
Yeah, just kind of peeking out from the side.
So
I guess like
75% cover?
is peeking out. Yeah.
All right, so the head has
So,
75%
yeah.
cover.
And so like I'm kind of doing that with one, like 2 hands at first, but just one hand slowly
Okay.
goes down, and I'm kind of crouching down to my ankle holster, and where I have a M4A3 service pistol
Okay?
holstered there.
You got a permit for that, son?
Drop the weapon!
He's got a gun! Job well done,
And
boy.
then from there, I'll hold my action if there's anything left of it to see if.
There we go.
this
So
thing
the
goes forward.
fast action is draw a weapon. So you've
Cool.
taken that and you have your weapon drawn. Dave, do you remember as far as combat how a held action goes? Does that effectively mean that the card passes? So I do know for this game, you can trade your action with anybody else that is in speaking distance from you. So the entire group here, Josh can hand, or Lance can hand his 5 to anybody
Which
else.
I would do if the alien was visible at this point.
Right.
But since it's not visible, it's just going to end up getting passed. So maybe I should. You're only a 6, so it wouldn't really benefit me.
Okay.
I would give it to the marshal if I knew him better.
All right. So we will pass.
He holds the action. I don't think it changes his initiative. He just gets that opportunity to go by the end of the round.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we don't
unless you
redraw
trade
every
initiative.
round, right? Unless
All
we
right.
trade.
So Sarge, you are next. So you're holding that action.
My slow. I mean, can you take a fast action and hold your slow?
And that's what I was asking. I want to say for our game, yes, that makes complete sense. There's a difference between passing your initiative and holding it.
Yeah.
So you're holding it.
Yeah.
So Sarge, for you,
Let me see that. Let's see the thing.
absolutely.
I already have my weapon out.
Yes, you did. All Marines have their weapons out. Cole, I believe you have your weapon out already as well.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna assume an Overwatch position.
Is Overwatch in the Colonial Marines book?
No, it's in the regular book.
Overwatch.
As a fast action, you can assume an Overwatch position in a specified direction as long as you have a ranged weapon, no enemies within engaged range. This means that you aim in the specific or specified direction and are ready to shoot. Between the time you assume the Overwatch position and your time to act in the next round, you can fire your weapon against the target in the chosen direction.
That's also what I'm doing.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume Overwatch position as my my fast action.
What's interesting is that's the fast action.
Right, it's a fast action.
So
So,
you can
you
give
basically,
every-
yeah. I'm gonna. So from where I see the movement, I'm gonna assume Overwatch position in that. And
Does it give you aim for free, or does it just?
It just
mean-
lets you shoot between now and your next turn. If
and
threat
firing when
should
an
become-
Overwatch position counts as a normal attack. You must save your slow action in the round for an Overwatch attack you want to make. If both you and the enemy assume
that's
Overwatch
why
positions
I
against.
can't do that.
So
Okay.
Lance, in your
I can't
case,
do that.
you can draw your weapon and as convert a slow to a fast.
Yeah,
and
but-
assume Overwatch, but you have nothing you can do with it.
Right.
But the
Right.
shot
It
is
would be
resolved. The
pointless.
Overwatch shot is resolved before any other action. So if that thing leaps out on its turn to attack,
If it's seen, you go first.
I shoot first.
Got it.
Alright.
Okay.
If you have the slow action, which I
He
would-
does.
I do.
All right. So then we're going to move from 6, 7. Dr. Langtree.
How tall is Hill?
How tall are you?
5'7".
She is shorter.
Okay.
And again, you guys are fairly clumped together. I mean, there's people on top of people. You do have a few. The women immediately will assume positions behind men. I don't think it's because they're necessarily lesser. I think it's because the man creates a bigger shield for them and they're being smarter about it. The group on the right is strictly Navarro, the group on the left being the 3-player characters that are not, plus Miss Hill, who's now moved
And
on.
we only see movement from one direction.
Only
at this
see it
point.
from one direction, only heard it from one direction. Nobody is looking the other way.
I'm still deciding.
Okay, not a problem.
So just to clarify from my action, it seems like I don't see a pass in my case, but it seems like what I described was taking cover, which is a slow action, and drawing my weapon, which is a fast action.
Okay, so you're taking cover as well.
So yeah, I think like without any armor, Lance Bateman would take cover behind his briefcase, and whatever nearby grass might be between him and
Sure.
or people. Actually, I mean, he might take cover behind Sergeant Rictor.
And, well, Sergeant Rictor would mean moving
He's in the
to the
middle.
center.
Oh,
But
okay.
Colbert-
behind Colbert. Sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
Right.
So I want to trade my initiative with Pedro.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you and Cole will be trading, and so Cole, I'm going to go with you. What do you do?
Okay, so
You've
I
watched
see,
Lance Bateman move, putting you between the movement and himself.
Okay, and I see
And holding my
Marines looking at the
All
direction.
the Marines are focused in one space.
Excellent. I'm gonna look, because I'm a paranoid man, the opposite way to make sure, and I'm gonna also take Overwatch up. So if anything comes from behind us, I want to protect the civilians first.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Is
Lance
is
Bateman is
the
a civilian.
the observation
Should be
roll,
known.
if you're going to make the roll,
Yeah.
is a slow action.
Okay.
So you can do Overwatch or observation.
Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, let me roll observation. That sounds
Let's
better.
do it.
I have a question about the grass.
Yes.
The way you described it, would it be feasible to assume that it's giving us the lowest amount of cover, which is like shrubbery? Like we have shrubbery, like we're hiding behind bushes, basically.
So if it were ranged combat, yes, you have a 25% cover. Because you don't think this thing has a gun, it probably will represent no cover.
Like a shrubbery gives you +2,
pretty good.
gives you 2 cover.
Yeah.
Cover acts like armor.
So it's not percentages.
It's not
All right.
percentages.
Perfect. So
cover-
yeah, it would be the equivalent of a 2 cover for a ranged attack.
Okay.
And remind me, so for panic rolls, 7 or above is bad.
Is what I need to know. Yes.
Perfect. So I did get a panic die, but I rolled a 6, so
Okay,
nothing
so
there.
you keep it together.
But I have 4 for my observation.
Okay, so again, if we can hand the stunts, and we'll learn that if we can hand the book over, I believe it's page 63.
Yes.
I think we got the white mark there.
So what I'm looking for
For observation.
specifically for the base is I'm looking to see if there's another one.
Yep.
And then for the stuns, yeah. So is there one? Is it coming for me? Actually, I can do all 3 of these.
Yep.
Is it coming for me?
Yep.
Are there more of? Oh, are there more of them close by?
Yep.
And how do I get past them away? How do we get away from them?
All right. So
Go the other
as
direction.
you look to the left, it's exactly as you feared. To the right from where you're standing is that single one that's made noise and directed all of the vision there. As you look left, you do see movement there, not one, but you're guessing 3. Based on the movement being, now there could be more in groups, but it appears to be 3 separate places fairly close together.
Oh.
You're good enough with the observation to notice that the movement of the blades is not as extreme. Your guess, whatever's there, is not as big. To the left is not as big as to the right.
Okay.
They are moving. Now, the they part. You think there's 3. You know that they are coming in. You don't get the feeling that they are moving with directness, where the one to the right appeared to be moving directly in towards you.
Yeah.
With the last observation roll, you catch, as you're looking down, because these appear, I would say the words shorter, smaller, you do notice a small slide of different liquid color on the blade of grass. So you've seen bugs, spider web type of thing, whether it's an actual spider's web, I don't know, but that type of things. This is a smudge of something. You're going to assume it's blood.
Okay. Well.
Oh, and then as far as getting away, you don't know it. Run.
that's-
There's one on the right. There's some on the left. Run straight forward as far as you can.
Yeah.
You said blood. Red blood?
That's why he thinks it's blood. The small patch in what is there for light, you are fairly confident is red.
So I'm just gonna shout out, no formality, Rictor, we got at least 3 more behind us,
Okay.
and I'm pointing my gun that way.
Gotcha. So what I'd like to have everybody do, except for Sargent, well, so the 2 of you, Langtree and Bateman, if you will each give me a panic roll.
Did I cause a panic?
Not specifically, I just
Yeah.
kind of want to know where they're at as far as,
And so we add our dice to
To
our
stress
stress.
level.
8.
so an 8 and
7.
all right, so both of you guys, this is going to definitely create. It's not an actual panic test, but gives me kind of a feel. It's going to create discomfort for both. of them.
Lance Bateman is like in a panicky state. I mean, he is right on the edge.
So my question is, you currently feel like you have
Like,
had cover.
I thought I was
from the
getting
one.
cover, and now I am exposed.
Right.
That's why-
Okay. And for Dr. Langtree, you haven't actually taken an action yet, but you now know that effectively the other direction there are more. So when you take your action, you're aware of it. So now that was your slow action. For your fast action, do you want to do anything? You do have a weapon already taken out.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'll
aim is part of it.
Yeah,
okay?
I will try and aim at
Which
one of them.
clump? The 3 or the 1?
The 3, definitely.
All right.
the
So
3.
general aim in that direction. I envision that you would kind of parse back and forth. I believe you can only aim once.
Yeah.
Period. You don't get to stack aims. So because of that, I would imagine that you would kind of be able to focus on whatever comes through first. So to Dr. Langtree at this point.
So I'm thinking that we're surrounded. Sitting here, the likelihood of us being able to pick off these, whatever they are, there's a pack of them.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be moving. And that's where my brain is kind of going.
Okay. I
So-
like the thinking very much.
I would like to. So even if I don't have points in command or manipulation, I can still use those. If I
Either
have-
one. Yeah. Any skill anyone can try.
So I'm gonna try to shout.
Yeah.
Go forward. Move.
So you're going to shout, everyone. Now, are you doing it, hey, everyone move, or are you screaming, run? Do you get the difference in my
Yeah.
level?
I'm gonna say
Is the cliff like common knowledge at this point?
No.
I don't
No,
believe
no.
anyone's told.
Nobody
We just
knows.
know you had to
They
stop.
explored, but we don't know why they
Yeah.
stopped. They didn't say, "Hey, there's a cliff here. We're gonna
Right.
have to climb down."
yeah. No. I'm gonna say we're surrounded. We need to move for the rig.
All right. And I'll ask again, are we
Everybody's
yelling
freaking
this, speaking this, panicked yelling this?
No, more like authoritative.
All
Like
right.
this is my OR. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
lack of military training at work right now.
And this you're doing by manipulation or
We'll
command?
start running
I'm
randomly
gonna
through
do
the grass.
command.
So again, remember the command is
Oh,
to
yes,
stop panic.
manipulate.
To manipulate. All right.
So I got a success and a stress.
All right. So go ahead and give me an actual panic roll this time.
8 again.
All right, so with an 8.
I think we all get stressed with that one.
Wonderful.
Well, actually, I think most of them. Get
So
stressed
with an
us.
8, you start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls suffer a -2. All agility rolls suffer a -2 for you. So as you realize this, you realize being at what I'm going to call the back of the group in the direction you're going, oh my God, these are closing in on you. This is not good.
Yeah.
And Sarge, you definitely heard that at the front, that she says, hey, there's something, because at this point you don't know there's anything behind you. She says, hey, she doesn't say it, she yells, they're coming in from both ends, we need to run. So moving forward.
But is she trying to manipulate me?
Yes, she.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
it's a
the
pose
whole
roll.
group,
So-
and she doesn't. You don't have to react to it at this point because it wasn't aimed at you.
Oh.
She's throwing it out there as a manipulation. She did have a success, so most of the civilians are up, looking which way to go. The problem is nobody knows where they're supposed to run. You have succeeded.
And so that would be my
Slow action.
slow action.
Yes.
Okay, so then my fast action is, I mean, I can start running.
You certainly can.
Yeah.
So you're running that direction.
Can I snag Bateman on my way, or is that?
You can grab him and go, follow me.
Yeah, I'll
I
grab
mean,
his
I'm
arm.
running too. I'm freaked out.
I love it. Okay.
I'll grab his
so-
arm
that
and
seems
I
like a
start
good
running.
idea.
Sarge.
Okay.
So
alright.
for your position, we're not back to you yet. For your Overwatch positions you're holding, Langtree goes running past you with Bateman, and most of the civilians are now moving past you in the direction of the cliff slope. You have not told anyone what's there. They're all rushing towards Navarro's position.
And so
You heard me shout,
I'm
right?
going to break
Yeah.
my Overwatch
Uh-huh.
and use my slow action, which is basically held right now,
Right.
to command. Let's see, to manipulate, I guess.
Sure. Well, at this point, it's a mad rush, so I would allow you to command doing stop panic.
I only want to command Langtree and.
All right, gotcha. So
and-
you
and-
two stop.
No, I'm gonna say, Doc, and what's the other guy's name? Bateman.
Lance-
Doc
Lance
Bateman,
Bateman.
stay on me as I watch for a target.
All right.
Right.
So go ahead and give me your command roll.
Okay.
then.
So, I said I wasn't gonna do command. I do a manipulate.
You can do manipulate.
Command is an actual talent.
Right, no, I get you.
Which I don't have, so I'm doing manipulate. So
Right. So
2
command
plus-
is the skill. There is a talent that forces them to react to you. Yep, that's
Is
right.
that
And
one
you
also
don't have.
called command?
Oh.
What's that?
Oh, it is
No.
command. Okay.
But you want to do manipulate.
Yeah.
No, you're correct. Like I said last game, I have that problem.
And this is going to be an opposed roll.
Right. So each of you is going to roll your manipulate roll.
So I have a
boy.
success and I have an alien.
Do we need to roll stressors?
Yes.
You roll your stress dice.
Shit.
So Dave, go ahead and give me for the sergeant a D6 roll for your panic test.
Okay.
I have 0 successes and another alien, so that's 5.
All right. You're good. You're still focused.
Whole
I got
rank
my
is the
first
one that lets you
success.
command.
There we go.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes.
did
I've
you
been
get?
throwing 10, 11 dice
doing the
every
skill
time.
rolls
and I finally
first.
got
Skill
the
roll
first
is
one.
first.
Okay,
What do you
right.
got?
I have 1 success and
Oh.
I have an alien.
I
All right.
didn't want a success this time.
No, you're good
Because-
because Ty goes to the attacker, and in this case, Sergeant. So both of you will realize he's telling you, "Stay on me," and the two of you will stop. You drug Bateman towards
So
Sergeant.
no, they need to decide. They're either going to obey
Oh,
me
that's
or
right.
they're going to attack me.
Are you guys going to stop there or continue past?
I will absolutely obey and
Yeah,
take
no.
cover behind Sergeant Rictor.
Same with Langtree.
Which is kind of what you wanted anyway.
That's what I wanted.
That's the
Yeah.
first thing you looked for was where's the sergeant at? Couldn't find him. Now your panic
My
test roll
panic
was
was
a
a 5 plus 3 is an 8.
so that's an 8. So in your case, you're in a bad spot. You have been given a command. These two have to survive. They seem to be out of control. They're loose cannons.
Hell yeah.
Survive. It's not bring them in dead or alive. It's you need to keep them survive.
Right.
So it puts you at a difficult point. For you, you're the same as she is. You got this tremble going. You are at -2.
So I'm gonna start
So
like
agility. Okay.
I'm
just
gonna start
agility.
yelling at you. Like there's at least 3 more back there. We're
We gotta go.
surrounded. We cannot sit here like this.
So now, here's the interesting thing: is he's reacting. You could make a command roll to stop his panic. You can
that's
make
where
a
command
command
comes into
roll
play.
to stop her panic. I'm just telling you guys how command works.
Okay.
Because you are
So does
both
that-
presently under a panic, giving you both -2 agility.
So you could heal each other's status.
Yeah,
Man.
kind of crazy. You stop. No, you stop.
I can command both of you to shoot.
Okay, so
And that's
I'm,
true too.
I'm sitting here like a defenseless duck is not going to get us through this. We need to go now. And then I can roll my command?
Well, you could next round because
round.
you've used. So we're back to 3. You're off Overwatch presently, Sarge, to take that action, but you were successful.
Right.
So behind you, Baird, you're going to go ahead and see.
Now you're not.
Now I'm behind.
But now it sucks for me because now
I don't know.
all
You're
this
just
is
doing
going-
stuff, so I don't understand the context
So we're
of things.
going
It's just wrong
when we
cards
get
me.
there.
Okay, so let's go in order. Yeah.
So we'll go in order. So on 3, Cole, you are going to see one of whatever it is come through. So what you see, and for the 3 of you, you're going to see it in front of you. Same thing, only where the 3 of you, Sarge, Langtree, and Bateman, what the 3 of you are seeing is a large version of this. At the shoulders, 5 feet. In length, somewhere close to 6 or 7 feet. A large tiger by size. In your case, Cole, what you're going to see is a much smaller one, maybe 2 foot at the shoulders, maybe 3.5 feet total in length. The creature is mostly black in color, but that black is sleek, like it is covered in oil. It has an odd kind of in and out of shadows move. It does not actually disappear. You're not seeing through it. But as it moves, that sleekness does make it look like it disappears every so often. So the whole cat doesn't blink in, blink out. It blinks out in portions and then immediately comes back in. Shine of the sun dipping into darkness. Now I say cat because it made that kind of a sound. It has no tail. The feet that you can see are basically raised talons, so it's moving on some kind of cutting device, be it talons, nails, you're not sure what, but it's walking up on something. In addition to that, the front face is very smashed in. It is without a doubt some kind of a predator, but it does not have the standard large cat overextended teeth. As it's making its way towards you guys, you will see that it snarls to open its teeth. All of the front teeth are razor sharp, but don't overextend. So when it's biting, it doesn't have those capturing, cut the jugular teeth that a cat has, or the canines of a dog. It has the full end you're assuming to grab and rip. That's the thing that's coming at you. The eyes, as best you guys can tell, appear to be some very light color, blue, green, or gray.
Oh, pretty.
Right now, yeah. In any other situation, this might be a gorgeous animal. All right, so on A3, it is going to make its first attack. It is leaping at. So, Dr. Langtree, it is leaping at you. There is no other component other than cover, and cover does not appear to add.
It gives you a defense.
It does. It gives you
plus 2 armor. You have 2 armor.
So it's armor, but doesn't give you any defense against its roll.
No.
Okay.
It gives you armor.
Very good. So it will make its attack. It does not succeed, so it leaps at you. You quickly move out of the way. As it strikes, you'll notice that it looks like it has an attack, being both front claws come towards you, and you're guessing that those talons, as best you can tell, are maybe 4 inches in length. It comes, strikes at you as you move, and it misses. It tries to reach out and gnash, but has a fairly short neck. It's not elongating or anything like that. So both parts miss. When it lands, you watch it. It puts its talons into the ground and stops itself with very little movement. So they dig deep and then turn, and it is now facing you.
You can also, as a fast action, try and block.
Yes, you can. You can give up the fast action if you have one in the ground. And the way I read that is, at any point, you can give a fast action block. So Cole, same situation with you, with one of the shorter ones, the one you saw, it leaps in. As it leaps in at you, it makes more of a, it would be cute, but and it's definitely coming at you. You will see the other 2, they're in that same general size. They're not attacking.
It's just a mama and some cubs.
All right, so it actually succeeds at hitting
Son
you.
of a bitch, I'm killing it.
So with a single hit, that will be 1 point of damage.
Block.
I already used my fast action to aim.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, no, that would have been from last round.
Yeah.
But you do have to announce the block before the attack. And I'll try and go slower if that was the case. But do you have armor yourself? Dust or anything like that? I don't know what has armor for the game. So.
Nothing has, like, all the armor was for, like, Space Marines.
All right, so it's actual armor, not Deadlands armor.
There's, unless you want to allow me to, but...
Well, no. So I need to ask that. So, but you do have, effectively, the cover.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you roll 2 dice.
Okay, cool.
And it's literally 1 for 1, so 1 success is going to guarantee.
Damn it.
So now hold up, before you get rid of it. Remember that you can push everybody at the table. I want to remind you, as long as you don't roll an alien, a face hugger on your throw. Dave, do you remember when you're throwing armor? Are you also throwing stress, or is armor standalone?
If you push a roll, you increase your stress by 1.
But I don't. But you wouldn't actually add to the armor. Armor, it's not your armor roll plus stress. So it would add a stress to you, but you could re-roll.
I'm doing it because you know what? I don't want to get hurt.
You guys push a roll 1 time. So
Right.
So now you're rolling,
roll.
so now you're rolling. So
he's still rolling 2 for the cover, right?
Oh no, you're not. You can't push
Can't
an
push
armor
cover.
roll.
Oh.
All right.
You can only push a skill check.
I thought that was kind of cool, but all right, yeah.
open.
All right,
Yeah, you
so
wanna push
it's
the
only a
skill
point
roll.
where you would add another. So it does 1 point of damage to you. Hopefully, that's not all of your hit points.
And I'm dead. No.
Well, you're not dead. You're broken, but you're not broken yet.
You're injured.
So at this point now, there's just a mass scream from the remaining civilians, and they are running mad dash in the direction of Navarro.
Good.
Except for Katrina, who has stayed lockstep with you, and she's now yelling, "Sargent, kill that thing!" Like you really needed that kind of help, right? But she seems to be
Obvious over.
uncomfortably calm, right? Everybody else is pretty freaking freaked out, and she seems to be calm. So we've moved from 4 now. Josh, for Lance Bateman, you have the next initiative. What would you like to do with
Bateman's
it?
hiding behind Sergeant Rictor, right? And how far away is Baird from Lance Bateman right now?
Approximately 3 meters.
And I see him get attacked.
You just saw him get attacked. Well, yeah, actually get attacked and scratched by the smaller. Now, in your case, those talons are basically 2.5 inches long. But when it comes down, it scrapes down and tears into you. This is not just little scratches. This is like when the cat gets a good hooking.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to place my faith into the Marine over myself and trade with Sergeant Rictor.
All right, so you're trading initiatives. So we are going to now move to 5 with Sergeant Rictor.
Okay.
And you're allowed to do that because you are in speaking range of another person.
All right. So I'm going to aim with my fast action.
Yes, which gives
So the
you plus
aim gives
2
me-
dice. Is that right?
I believe it does. Let's double check, but I think it's plus 2. Let's see.
You've saved my ass before. Do it again.
This is a cluster.
This is going super well. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we got
I'm
this.
at 4 stress. I'm not doing too well.
I got drugs for that.
I got drugs. Quick, hit me with the drugs. You should use
Right, you don't have a gun. You have
I'm
basically
the supporter.
syringe gun or dart gun.
That's what I should have gone around. It's just spent my turn just injecting
the
everybody.
Marshall Express.
He's actually from distance. He has the sniper.
How long does it take to inject someone with nap relief, and can you do it with a?
Yes,
I
plus
have to believe it's an action, a slow action.
Did
Wait,
you-
brief sidebar. I had nap. I
You
can't
did have nap relief before you piloted, so you should be 2 stress below all of them.
Yeah, so
because-
I was counting wrong
Alright.
then. I'm at least 1 down.
So I'm
Okay,
gonna
from
aim.
where everyone else is.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to aim and I'm going to take a
I
shot
think you
at
should be
the.
2
So-
down because
1 sec. So aim gave
I
you.
gave
We
you the
write
third
2
one.
additional
Yeah.
dice.
And you
All
were
right.
at 0.
So you're going to add your ability to
at
shoot,
3.
which is ranged combat, plus 2 dice, plus your stress dice. Correct? You're rolling 2 dice for aiming. Your or your ranged combat. Your stat. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Now is your stat agility?
My stat is agility, so we're -2 to
Minus
that.
2. All right.
Cool. All right. Okay, well, I have no successes, but I have 2 aliens.
oh my god, what have I done?
So.
And this is shooting at the larger one.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a
How close is Lance?
panic roll.
Do we roll a panic roll for each
my God,
alien, or
I'm
just
sorry.
if you roll
Just
one?
one. I that would be too
All right,
much.
3
Like
plus 3, that's a
almost in the
6.
nose.
So I think I'm safe.
All right. So you've taken that shot, and now you're concerned. No effect.
I'm
You
gonna
got it
push
under
the roll.
control. But oh my God, what's going on.
All right,
So
now I'm gonna push the roll.
you can push the roll.
So I can add an extra stress die.
When you push the roll, no,
It's a
with
skill
the
check.
alien, you can't push the roll.
I think you have
That's
If you roll
right.
an alien, you cannot push the
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
Our shortest campaign to date.
So yeah, all right. I shot, but didn't.
All right, and that takes your fast and slow. So we are back to Lance.
I'm at experience points.
So
Nice.
Lance, you now are
Right.
initiative 6. Now
Yes.
again, you are within.
Can I still trade again?
Yes, you
only
can.
trade
That's
one-
what I was going to say. You can now trade
It's
again.
like, okay,
Oh shit, that was a bad move.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I think it's an action to trade. I mean,
Is
you
it?
might want to double check that.
Yeah.
Let's.
Just keep anything up over here.
It's right there.
Well, because it's my book.
Oh, this is your...
Yeah.
The idea was just to have them both
thought-
available.
Right.
putting
But I have
yours
to keep
over
referencing it.
Is
so.
it there?
Yeah.
No, I thought it. I didn't think it was an action. So
Let's
think it
let's
is.
clarify it.
I
Because
think
if I can, I mean, I think it's very in character for Lance Bateman to like trade to the fighter types with
Yeah.
this lower initiative. I just want to make sure that that's
Definitely
kosher
do that.
because, I mean, it
Wrong,
makes a
change
lot
the
of sense that he's
initiative.
hiding
Hold up,
behind people.
hold up.
Like, he's like, okay, Sergeant Rictor roll.
All right. So, you can never draw a new initiative card during a fight, but you can exchange your initiative card unless your initiative for the round with another player character. This can be done at the start of the fight or at the start of the round, but never during a
Okay.
round.
okay.
You can.
All right.
You
So
and
I
other-
tried to do it at the start of the round.
And I screwed that up. So you'll keep the 6. You can trade the 6
Yeah.
at the start of the
I-
next.
Oh, so next round we can all shift
Correct.
and where we want to
okay.
go
Oh.
and
Correct.
then
There's
go.
more.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, there's more.
But wait, there's
Oh,
more.
that's right. Yep. Let me finish. Right. It says the only other thing it says you and the other player must be able to speak to each other to exchange the initiative.
Yes, and that's what I was saying. That was the one piece I did do correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, so it's now
Lance.
my turn. Okay.
Yes, and you
So,
have a fast and a slow
Yeah.
action.
So for my fast action, I will. And if you get attacked, what do you need to defend? Do you need an action? Do
You need a slow. Excuse me. You
Fast
need a
action
fast
block.
action to block.
Okay, so I will save my fast action for that eventuality,
Okay.
and I will spend my slow action to fire my service pistol at the little guy that attacked Cole.
Okay,
Marshal
so
Cole.
ignoring the large one that is right
Yeah,
there.
no,
by
I don't
you,
wanna
but
piss
it's-
him off.
But it
I
seems
mean-
like
I don't want him to attack me.
All right, perfect.
My
So-
logic is I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up.
perfect. So you are now doing ranged combat at a creature that is just a few meters away. So short
Yeah.
range. Go ahead and take
So-
your shot.
All right, so I have 4 agility and 1 ranged combat, but I do have a +2 bonus on my service pistol.
You don't have any stress yet?
Yeah, I got 3 stress.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. I was like, wow, you're doing good.
No, yeah.
I was hopeful.
Awesome! Stress
Nice.
stress wins the day. So 1 success on a stress die.
One success, but not a facehugger. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you hit it, the damage for your weapon.
1.
Okay. So the little one has one success, and as you hit it, it almost looks
Feisty,
like the
dude.
shot glanced off it or went through it. You're
It's
not
got like
sure.
one natural armor or
It
something.
has 1 natural armor, exactly. So we are now going to move from 6 to 7. Cole,
Well,
something shot at it, and you probably saw the same thing. Although from your place, it looks like it glanced off, not went through it.
Yeah. So, well, since it's right there in front of me, I'm gonna take a shot at it. Blam, 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 blam.
Now, are you saving your fast action, or are you aiming with your fast action? Remember, you can aim.
Ooh, that's right. Or I can defend. No, I'm gonna save my fast
For
to
blocking.
to blocking.
All right, very good.
All right. So shooting for the first time with 5 dice there and 4 stress. This is not gonna go well.
So far, the stress has been great. It's helped everyone succeed.
not me.
Not you.
That did not be.
Yes!
And
Now,
there's that alien.
Yeah. So okay. So I got 1. Now, mind you, let's see if I roll low. Okay, so that's 7. So
All right.
I gain 1 stress in everybody, but
All right. So
yes.
7 again is that nervous twitch. You are very, very concerned. Everybody else, everybody and you will increase. Is it everyone and you?
Or is it everybody else?
Yep. It says you and everyone in range. So everyone goes up 1 stress level.
But the nice thing is I succeeded with 2 additional, which means my 3, 15. Oh shoot! I didn't realize I actually am supposed to get a bonus die roll.
So go ahead and make that roll. You got another chance.
Nah,
for it.
nah. But that's still 4 points of damage.
So you're just like, oh my god, this thing is up close. It's the first time you've been hit by something in the wild. You don't know what it is. You don't know if it's poisonous, spreads disease. You destroy it. That shot, it basically hits the center chest area, knocks it down. blood everywhere.
Bullets on their
It
wings.
doesn't even make a noise as it goes down. So that was on
Kill the
7.
little one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked down. I don't feel good about it.
No, of course
It's a
not.
kitty.
It attacks you first.
It's,
I know.
and so I want to kind of push the fact that it's capped by sound and light description.
I'm a human, and I like
bipedal.
to, as
You
every human
anthropomorphize
does. Yeah,
quickly?
it's
Okay.
it's a quick thing. It's a kitty. It's a kitty.
All right, Dr. Langtree.
I'm gonna use my.
My memory is you have a knife.
I have a gun.
You have a gun. Okay,
Yeah, so
but
I'm
it's
gonna-
still holstered.
No, I had pulled it out in the last set.
Very
last
good.
Session. Okay, so I'm gonna aim and then shoot.
All right, so you're gonna take 2 for aiming. 2 regular dice, not the stress dice.
It's gonna be offset by the
Okay.
stress
Minus
that
2 agility, right?
So it evens out.
Yep.
And then so then
So it's ranged combat plus agility.
okay, and then I get a bonus die for my weapon.
Yep, and then stress dice.
Okay.
How are we doing?
I
Two
got
stress.
a success
Because she
and no
took a nap
aids.
relief before she
Oh,
piloted the shuttle.
So I do 2 damage.
And that's on the big one.
Yes.
Okay, so the big one does not
Yes.
succeed with armor,
Woo.
and that is a solid hit on the large one. So you hit it in what effectively would be the chest area for it, and you take a big scar off of it as it goes up the side of it, and it turns towards you.
I'm interested to see what comes out of it.
There is some kind of an internal fluid. It's not red.
It's not red. Okay.
At this point on that skin, it just looks like oil.
Oh, I think I just put something together.
Oh, okay. All right. So we are going to go back to the top. So with a 3, I'm sorry. Did anyone have any actions left they wanted to use? I don't think so.
No, I used all mine.
Your fast action.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll use it to aim because I don't need
Okay.
to defend.
Very good. So
Yeah, me too.
The aim's
I
not
have a
going to
fast
carry
action.
over.
Actually, wait.
The aim's not going to carry over to next round.
it
Oh,
doesn't.
it's
Okay.
not. Okay, then I guess that's all I can do. I don't use anything.
Very good. I was thinking it did. So. Okay.
No.
All right.
Assume Overwatch position. No, because it won't carry over.
Oh.
Yeah. So no, I don't think there's anything I can do.
All right. Very good. So with the 3, the large one turns 1 through 4. It's going to go after you. So, which is what I expected. After Dr. Langtree. So it turns to you. It
Why does it hate her
turns
so
so that the shot area is not in your direction, and it jumps. So
I
that
can't-
is
No, I can't jump in front of her, can I?
not
No.
from this distance.
No,
Unless
you're
you have
just
some
back-
Oh, that's
amazing
right. They're
talent.
farther away.
Super
yeah.
leap. Hulk leap. So that is a single success.
Okay.
You, like everyone else, are getting 2 cover.
Okay, and then do I get to roll my armor rating?
You have an armor as well?
Yes.
Yes.
I
So
started-
add 2 to
Okay.
your armor
And I
rating.
don't roll stress for this, or I do?
Do not.
Okay. No stresses.
Okay. So from this one, you will take 2 points of damage.
I'm down. Okay.
So you are. Or do you have only 1?
Somebody call the
F2.
medic.
So you
Call
are
the medic.
you are broken.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh, it's
That
open
was
to
the
the
medic.
page. That was real quick.
Oh, no.
All right, so
I have a med kit. Don't worry. I can patch you up in a cinch. I've done
As long
this
as you
a
agree to a
lot of
3-year
times.
contract.
All right. So
what kind of insurance do you have?
I think
Immediate.
it's your call, Barry, on the aiming. It says, as long as you don't do anything else other than, after you've started aiming. If you do anything else after you started aiming, then you lose your aim bonus.
So I feel that I'm
Could,
going to
in
do
theory,
that.
I say aim as long as I don't do anything else,
That's how
and
it
it carries
works
the
in
next
Shadowrun.
round.
So let me give everyone at the table while we're looking up what broken means, because it is specific. If you want to carry over that wasted fast action as an aim,
Yeah.
as long as you don't, for your next round, use the fast action to block, use the blocking ability, you will have aim. You can then shoot or attack, and then you will still have a fast action for
Yeah, it says as long as you can't do anything else.
anything else, right?
I forgot you could use the fast action to block. Or what is it you give? Okay, I gotta
Block,
remember that
yeah.
one.
Can you use it if you haven't taken your action?
Yes.
I have to do it before, though.
But
You just
you
get
just
mauled
have to do
before
it
he
as I
rolls,
announced in the attack.
because you might waste it if Yeah.
What do we have for broken?
So for broken, you need to make a D100 roll. And
Is
you're
it a
making-
D100 or 2D6?
Oh wait, that's right,
D66.
2D6. Yeah.
So broken
Critical
immediately.
injury roll.
So which
right?
Broken
the
immediately.
ones?
Hold up. Broken immediately invokes that.
Yes. So broken immediately if you if you want to.
Yeah, just so I've kind of got it here. So broken, if you drop to 0, you're broken. Immediately roll. All right, so you're not
critical
dead.
injury.
You can crawl or mumble through the pain. You can't perform any other actions, and you can't roll for skills.
Okay.
You can't go below 0. Everything is a critical from there on. So D66. So 1 is going to be your teens digit. 1 is going to be your standards.
And there's one other thing to it too after that.
So,
Is that she needs to make a death
36.
save over there on death. Because once you take a critical hit, you have to start.
No, listed as fatal only.
Oh, this is fatal. Oh,
Yep.
good.
So 36.
So with a 36, yeah, it's done damage to your arm.
Okay.
To let you know, the healing time is 2d6 days. We're not going to worry about that right now because we have more important things. As broken, until you are brought up health, you can take no other actions at this point.
Okay.
So that strike, we apparently went against the arm and did some serious damage to him.
Oh god.
So we will now move from the attack of... Oh wait, that was the big one. So for the little ones, they both move into watching. Effectively, for game terms, both of them are aiming, but they're not attacking.
So there's 2 left.
There's 2 little ones that Cole can see. There could be more, but there's 2
Right.
Cole absolutely sees. Now, we're going to go from there to the civilians. So the first group of civilians is running at Navarro, who now realizes that there's something up. Navarro is panicked, is hollering back, trying to get them to stop. Don't know that that's going to work.
You're running to your death.
Oh, shit. All right.
Nice.
Navarro
job,
gets the
Navarro.
civilians to stop before anyone goes over the edge.
Too
the
bad, but
mass of
good job.
civilians is right at that edge with Navarro telling him, you got to stop, all right? So the civilians have moved away from you guys other than Miss Hill. The only thing that is out there are 2 Marines, Coombs, Stevens. We've been forgetting the other 2 Marines who would not just be sitting there. Dave, on your action, I keep forgetting you're supposed to do the Marines. Go ahead and give me attack rolls from both of them on the large creature.
Okay.
I'm going to pull back from the
Very
attack
nice.
that was made on you because this attack would have been made last time.
I don't know what the Marine skill.
So the Marine skill, you're going to be rolling 5, and each of them has currently 2 stress.
So first one. Oh, no, it's gonna be no successes, but
Don't worry about rolling that. That effect happened already with the last turn.
Okay.
We're
Second
coming
one.
back forward.
Poor bastard.
nothing.
All right. So both of them took shots. So to give you guys an idea, it's not that the Marines are shitty shots.
One of them might use their command ability to, aid one of the other Marines. Like I've got the.
Yeah, on your 6 or
Maybe, or,
that
yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing. Well, this next round, we're going to let you choose what they do. I just needed to run it. So damage has been done. Arm is still injured. So the 1 is still moving in position to attack you again. The group of civilians has moved. So again, middle section. Sarge, you, Stevens, Coombs, Lance Bateman, who is currently with briefcase up, Dr. Langtree, who has been struck by the creature and is damaged, and Katrina Hill are in the center with you. At the effectively far side, which we're talking 3 meters, is Cole Baird. There are 2 of the creatures looking at you, and you're getting that shifting. So you're fairly certain they are standing still, and that undulating in, out still continues to happen. So I don't know if there's a science roll. Give me a moment.
Maybe.
It is going to end. It's going to have to be medic, right?
There's
Medical.
observation and survival under wits.
Comtech. What is it for?
Contact. All right, I'm going to give it to you as observation.
Okay. And yeah, that incorporates wits, so I think that's pretty
Yeah, it's good.
good. Including my panic die.
Of course.
Oh,
One day he'll say no.
yeah. Oh wait, no, observation.
That's so many.
No, you know what?
stress.
Do not roll. I've just thought of it. Cannot push it. Do not roll it. It's literally you just being aware
Use
of
this for an
something.
extra one. 1 success.
So with 1 success, you're starting to feel like you figured out what's going on with that in, out. What you think is happening is the shadows from the moving grass blades create shadows on their back. There's not a set pattern. It's not like green, red, white, that kind of blink in a row, but you'll notice that they kind of undulate and again in and out. So you're thinking it's some reaction between the sun, that sleek fur, and the movement of the blades.
Oh.
Just to throw it there. So for you, just so you have a feeling for it, probably means they don't go anywhere where there's not this grass. If you guys got to, as you're feeling, if you got to an open space, they probably would not chase you across the plains. That's guesswork, but that's what you've got right now. So that is 3 and 4, 5.
Yeah, 5.
Stop. I apologize. What I didn't let you do is, at the beginning of the round, does anyone want to switch initiatives?
I have a 7. I mean, unless Bateman wants to switch.
Did you got hurt last round?
No, it will be this round that she gets hurt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that she's hurt, I kind of don't want to switch. But now I wouldn't have known that if I switched at the beginning of the round.
I think that maybe we'll just have to remember going forward.
Right. Okay.
I don't.
And
think
again, we're learning.
Yeah, it's
all
hard.
that
It's hard to
quickly.
go back. Yeah.
I don't think in the other game we ever switched
Yeah.
initiatives.
No, I
So-
really
is
like that
such a
mechanic.
cool-
I think that's
It's
awesome.
great. It's
But yeah,
great.
let's not retcon that because it would be number one a waste.
It's tainted now because I know
It's
what
tainted.
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Sarge,
I can't make that
your
decision
movement
anymore.
and all 3 Marines. Now, again, Navarro has held them back. They're all panicked there. Do you want to do anything with Navarro?
I want to have Navarro use his command ability on me to relieve my stress. The agility stress can
Gotcha.
Nice.
All right, so you are rolling 2 dice, 1 stress die for command for him.
Okay.
Navarro, calm me down, man.
I've got 2 hits.
I order you
2
to calm me down,
successes.
soldier.
Nice.
So that stops panic.
All right.
What that does, he hollers in at you. What does he holler in, Sarge? Navarro hollers in and says, "Sarge, snap out of
Yeah,
it!
right.
Come on, man!"
He's gonna be additional targeting. He's gonna be additional eyes for me.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna go ahead and as my fast action, I'm gonna aim.
Yep.
So I'm
Plus
gonna
2
be taking a
dice.
shot at the big one that attacked the doctor.
Yep.
So that's gonna be 4
So it's
dice
now
plus my 2 plus
Yep.
an additional 2 for being aimed. Then I'm going to do a full burst, which is going to increase my stress level by
Does
1.
it increase everyone's?
Just mine. All right.
Okay.
So I believe that's going to put me at 5. So, all right.
Oh, it's emptied clip, and it increased stress, so you add that.
Yep.
So how many dice are you rolling there,
15.
Sarge? 15 dice.
I'm trying to.
This is the beauty. To me, this is the beauty of aliens.
All right. So
Ooh.
I have no alien. Oh, I have an alien, but I do have 1, 2. So I've got 2.
So
These dice are like weighted on the ones because there's no way we're rolling this
Okay,
many
two.
dice
All right.
and never
It's
getting
what
sixes.
I loved about it. So let's start with the attack.
Yes.
So
the
that
attack.
your base weapon damage is
My base weapon damage is. Oh, and I get an additional die. Just a bonus die. Oh, there's an extra.
Yeah.
All right. So the base damage is 2.
so base damage is 2.
And so the way it works is.
You get 1 hit for the hit. You get the
Right.
2 points for the hit.
So the way the burst fire works is you fire full auto, and every hit above the initial success can hit a secondary target and do the weapon's base damage.
Okay.
So, are
Or
there...
the same target over and over again. Is that right?
No.
Only other targets.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. So, are there secondary targets?
I'm going to have you make a straight observation, no panic or no stress or anything else,
Okay.
just straight observation.
Do I get my skill and put my attribute with it?
Attribute and skill.
Okay.
Yes.
So we should assume it's always attribute and skill.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless
I
otherwise
have 1
specified.
hit. I have 1
So
success.
yes, you were aware because earlier it was said there's some over here. So you see the other 2
Okay.
because again they're just watching.
All right.
That was my fault leaving them doing.
So I'm going
nothing.
to do my base damage to the large one,
Yep.
and then I'm going to do a hit on each one of the other ones.
Okay, so each one we're gonna save the panic for the moment. So each one is gonna take a base 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the large one. The large one just has the 1 armor. That does nothing. So those 2 points, that blasts a hole across its back and chest, spins it, and it's down.
Okay.
For the other 2, they are gonna get their cover bonus along with it. So, nothing. That was an alien, but really, why would it panic? Wow! So both of them roll the alien, and
Nice.
they're going to do this anyway. They're going to run, but doing 2 points of damage. Actually, that's going to put both of them down too. Headshot, just boom, boom, and
Okay.
they drop.
All right.
So
Now
this,
I need to make a panic test.
Now let's see what happens with
Now I
that.
make a panic test.
And the rest
6.
Of the
I'm good.
Civilians.
A total is 6.
Yep, total
Oh,
6.
oh, oh.
Rolled a 2.
All right. So here is where we were at. Initiatives are out. You got Navarro has basically just hollered you in and has held the colonists or the civilians back from running over that edge. The large creature has been taken down. Dr. Langtree is injured severely, is bleeding pretty profusely, does not look like she's going to be focused that well.
Yeah.
The other 3 to the side have all been dropped. As far as you know, there's no moving targets. What do we do? We'll stay in initiative just so I know what you're doing. Sarge, what are you doing?
There are no. Do I still have eyes on to the rest of my squad?
Yes, everyone but Navarro in the direction that you are facing.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say sound off. Got to do a head count.
And everyone checks in. Coombs, Stevens, Navarro, hollers.
And
I'll start
Perkin.
counting heads.
So then I'm gonna look to Langtree and Bateman. Bateman's
Langtree
under.
does not look good. Bateman looks fine.
Bateman
Sweaty.
is preparing to.
gonna
Bateman's
do-
nailed
I'm gonna do
down by Dr.
medical aid on-
Langtree opening up his.
I'm gonna do
briefcase.
medical aid on.
So here's where we're at. We've got Bateman willing to do medical aid, and Sarge
Yeah,
doing it.
he's not the best. I mean, I
No,
don't-
hold up. So here's the thing. When you do as a group, as long as you have the skill, you can add an additional dice to someone
Okay, cool.
else. So who is
So-
going to lead this?
Bateman's plan was basically to kneel down by Dr. Langtree and pop a nap relief.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's not healing her at all. All right.
No, but
But I'm very calm about
But
my
using
arm
an
falling
item
off.
is a fast action. So on my turn, I was gonna pop a nap relief, ditch my stress, and then heal her. That was my plan.
Can you nap relieve on a...
It's a use item
Fast?
is a fast action. So I was gonna convert my slow action to a fast action and use one action to nap relieve and the second action to.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'll give it to you.
That was
so
my plan.
The nap relieve, this is your second injection within a 3-hour...
No.
trial.
I haven't injected yet.
He gave one to
I
me.
gave one to her.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
like-
injecting yourself.
Yes. Yeah, not her.
I thought you were injecting
No,
her.
I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, Dr. Langtree, I never thought I would get the chance to repay you for that work or something. I hope I never had to, but
All right, so you
Here we
zap
go.
yourself. Now, does nap relieve remove
yeah,
all stress?
It just removes all stress.
So reduce it to 0.
cool. And
There's part 1. Now, part 2 is you're going to make a medical roll. I'm assuming then that you're going to lead. Sarge is going to help.
I'm there, and I think
So
we're about
Sarge
the
is
same.
going to add 1 die to your
So
roll.
2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, no stress.
Did you add the
With
1 for the...
His
or
die is 6.
He's
so,
adding 1 to mine.
Other way.
Well, okay. Yo.
yeah. So
What's your medical aid?
2.
yeah, mine's only 1. So
Okay,
I mean,
so I should. You should have.
But
said
here's
yeah.
the thing. You're rolling stress.
oh, yours is 2. Mine's 3. I
Yeah, but
thought-
I'm rolling stress.
Yeah. So I'm not stressed at all. That was the whole point.
I'm rolling more dice,
Yeah.
which I can get more successes.
But I'm
you
rolling
should
more
have me do
dice
the roll.
because I'm doing empathy 2 and medical aid 1.
So here,
and you're doing
again,
empathy
for the
2.
group, you guys can choose.
Well, I'm
the
rolling
main
7
difference
dice.
is...
With yours, it'd be 8 dice.
The main difference
Right,
is...
right, but none of mine are stress.
Right.
Right, but
None
you
of
have
them are
much lower
healers.
chance of success.
How?
You're only rolling half the dice. Remember that I can still get hits on
Yeah,
stress dice.
yeah,
It's you guys' choice. What are we doing?
Just Rochambeau.
yeah. What?
Oh,
Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, let's answer this question. If you were going to go do medical aid, he showed up and took command. Are
Right.
you going to push him aside?
Well, my
There we
action
go,
was to
in
go
character.
perform medical aid on.
that's
As
what
was his. That's
Yeah.
why I'm asking.
that's what I mean. Would you, if both of you are going,
I'm
which
not-
one of you is
no,
going to bow
I'm
out?
not-
I go first in the initiative.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not gonna get in the way of medical aid.
all right. So
I was.
I'd probably.
So then we're gonna add a die to Sarge.
Okay, all right. So then I'm gonna roll 3 plus my 5 stress.
And I know what
It's
you.
just
know
I
what
had
you're
no
saying,
chance of
Josh.
getting aliens, is
Right.
why I wanted to do it.
All right, so I have a hit and an alien.
Yeah. So
But I have a hit.
okay.
All right. So
Well,
If
I
you-
see the value in rolling the extra dice.
You had the chance to get a lot more
Yeah.
successes.
Yep.
okay.
there was no chance of getting aliens.
Just because you're an alien doesn't mean something bad's going to happen.
So
Yeah.
getting back up, being broken is not fatal. First aid. Someone can help you back onto your feet by administering first aid through their medical aid skill, which you have just
You
done.
just did. Yep.
Slow action, which this is. Certain medical equipment can give bonuses. We didn't have it. If the roll is successful, you get back up immediately, regaining health equal to the number of successes. So you are going to gain 1 hit to go back up. So you have 1 box of hits, or 1 box of positive. Now, Sarge, give me a
Stress roll. 4 plus 5 is a 9. Probably something fun.
Okay, so
Let's fight. You heal.
so
justice.
so you focused on it so much effectively. It says drop item. you would effectively drop your weapon. You're so focused on keeping her alive because that's your job. Your number one job beyond your life is that. Drop weapon's not going to do anything. I'm not going to have you raise another stress because you actually survived, so effectively nothing happened.
Okay.
And the group is now in mass. What are we doing? Navarro's like, Sarge, what are we doing? Are we going?
Yeah. So the cats are dead. The doctor and Bateman are alive.
Mm-hmm.
The marshal's with us. The Marines are with us.
Yep.
We got to continue to move.
Can I go? Because I'm curious at this point. I want to go over to the big one and look at the blood pooling out of it.
All right. So again, it's liquid. It seems to move through it in a similar way. Do you have medicine? Is that what it's called?
Shoot, wait a minute. Did I know about the pool of blood underneath the ramp? Never mind. I wouldn't.
Called medical aid.
I wouldn't do it. Never mind.
All right.
So then, yeah, I'd be going over to the doc and saying, Doc, I know you just been through your own ordeal, but I got this scratch on me. Do I need to worry? Do you have any antibiotics on you or something? I don't know what the hell this is going to do to me.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate the
All right.
wound.
So give me a medical aid roll.
I know we got to
Is it
go.
called analysis?
Is that what it is?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are you a scientist? Is that what you are?
Oh, analysis, I think, is
I think that's a science.
I'm just
it's a
looking.
talent.
Is
Yeah, it's
it
talent, yeah.
inflamed? Are there threats
I know
of
what you're doing. Yeah.
infection?
Go ahead and give me the roll.
And so with this, can I also heal, or is this?
You can absolutely do first aid. Do you have a point of damage or more?
I do, yeah.
Because I need to know what it was to first aid it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you quickly grab,
I
because
have my
Lance
own.
just oh, you have your own? Perfect, even better. Does yours give bonuses, or do you just have a first aid kit? Do you have anything? Some items give bonuses.
Yeah, I have the option of doing it. One is for once, and then I have another one that protects against death.
I got you.
Okay, so you got 2 successes and no...
Cool. 2 successes, no alien.
Very good. That would heal you 2 boxes.
Okay, cool. So you just kind of like patch me up, spray some
And
antibacterial
some
stuff.
skin. So, as you're looking at the cut, it is a nice, deep, but it's a nice straight cut. You put a butterfly band-aid on it thinking that it's going to lock it in place. You tell them, no extreme exertion, but you should be fine. It cuts so deep and so straight, there's not a lot of blood pouring out of it.
Okay.
You do disinfect it. You can't be certain. I mean, he's saying, am I infected this? You're like, I can't be certain, but I've done everything that I know to do. I've done the disinfecting. We've cleaned the wound. We've covered the wound. Just don't rip it open again.
Can I have a space tetanus shot, please?
Space tetanus.
Do you want a lollipop too?
I would, actually.
Right in there.
Does that reduce my stress if I get a lollipop?
That should be.
Is
my
it your
item.
signature item?
That's a signature, a bag of lollipops. Here you go, bud.
That was your banter item. That would be
Yeah.
great.
Oh man, that's
That would be really good.
All right. So at this point, that has been done. You've seen that she's taking care of the marshal for now. You're still Overwatch on him, effectively.
No, Overwatch's done.
No, I'm not saying the actual truth.
We're out of initiative, right?
Yep.
So yeah,
Go ahead and
I
hand
tell
back
Marines,
cards.
let's move out before more of these things show up.
All right. So you are now moving.
I will also tell the sergeant. I'll say, Rictor, I was looking him over, and I don't know, in the heat of battle, I noticed something. The way they're shimmering, I have a feeling that if we were to get to some open ground, if there's any more of them, they ain't gonna be coming at us. I think they use the cover of this grass in order to hunt more efficiently.
We shouldn't be too far from the rig
We just
at this point, so we need to double time it.
We just need to get the hell out
At
of
this
here.
point, I think we should increase the pace and try and double time the rest of the way to the rig.
Okay. So now, as you got everyone there, you're going down the hill. Navarro was waiting for you to give what command. Would you give him a command before you closed everything up to where you can see?
I'd let him know. Move out. We're going.
All right.
We're going through it. Let's go.
So you can hear you guys as you're fixing the wound and starting then to move. You can hear Navarro yelling at him. It's like, go slow. Just get down, but don't slow. You there, and he's trying to keep control of you. Stop stepping on everyone. You're collapsing the blades, and he's getting frustrated. But they see once you get there, the majority of the civilians are out of sight. But as you get there, you can see them, moving like tule weeds, moving the blades of grass. What is left up there, once he sees you, Navarro starts going down. Combs and Stevens both look at you. Sarge?
You heard me go.
All right. So and they start down. They go down at the outside of where the civilians are.
All right.
So what's left at the top are Katrina Hill and the 4 of you.
I'm gonna go down last.
All right.
I'm gonna be like,
So
let's
you're
go.
like, get going.
Yep.
All right. So for everyone moving down,
I'm gonna do one thing as we're about to leave. I very quickly, not ceremonious or anything. I take out my Bowie knife. I put it right where one of their claws are, and just take a boot to it. I want one of their claws.
Okay. So mark down Talon
Talon.
because it's not a claw.
I'm gonna make a necklace out
So,
of it.
well, the claw suggests
Pretty
a
cool.
curvature to it. The talon suggests a straight to it, and there's a little bit more to it than that.
Kitty.
Talons are curved.
Yeah. Okay.
Curved.
Talon can be. Yep.
A raptor talon. It's pretty curved.
Cool.
So, that's right. You're right. So, you're going to go ahead, all of you, and make mobility rolls going down.
And are we still -2 agility?
Yeah. Unless it's
From
been.
the
Oh, I had
panic.
mine fixed.
Yours is fixed. Give me a second. No, you will not have that panic
5, and then
anymore.
we're doing mobility. Which is where's
Oh
mobility?
boy, I'm glad I put 1 point in it. All right, let's panic our way down.
Does
the hill,
anyone
boys.
not have mobility as a skill?
I've got 2 hits, but I have 3 aliens. So
I think everybody has a point in mobility.
I don't know that alien stuff. I think it's just if you roll an alien, you make a panic test. So
Yeah, that's it. It just is 1.
Your foot slips on the way down, and you have to panic.
Son of a
I mean-
biscuit.
well, I've got 2.
Oh,
I've
I got a
2
success.
successes as well.
I got a
So
success.
Is multiple aliens any worse than
Not
a
to me.
single
No.
alien?
I don't. The rules don't suggest it, and I see no reason to make it any worse.
Just if you roll the alien, you can't push it,
Right.
and then you have to make a panic test.
And if the panic test is high enough, you will replace. If you roll higher than a 10, you replace your action with the panic roll. So not only can you not push, you don't even do what you want to do.
Hardcore mode. Each extra one adds an extra die to that D6.
I got a
roll.
9.
Okay.
Oh yes. Okay, cool. That's 7.
Lance
All right.
Bateman scurries down in his Argyle thigh socks, and then the Marine and the Marshal are like, "Oh my God, we can't make
Yeah, I
it!
got-
This is too far."
I can't fucking do it. Blam.
Can't take the stress.
Yeah, I
just off yourself right there.
Game over, man. Game over. Space Kitty's fine, but this hill, I can't do it, man. I just came here to help people.
Where you draw the line.
Where's my daughter? Blam. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too sad?
Upstream.
Oh man. Okay, so I got a success, so I made it down,
Yep.
but I got a 7 on my roll.
Doc,
I got 1 success, no aliens.
no aliens. All right. So
We
Sarge,
both just like
Yeah.
you
And
get
Brian.
to the bottom, and you realize at this point, at a stress level, you lost your gun coming down. You were unfocused. You were coming down. You're trying to keep track of these two. They get down ahead of you, and you realize your gun is back up that hill somewhere.
Okay, well, I gotta go back up and secure my way.
Okay. So give me straight mobility roll. No stress dice, anything else. Just straight mobility roll. And attribute.
Okay.
And I'm increasing my. Are we waiting?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not increasing.
I've got 1.
His was because of the roll.
I've got 1.
So yeah, so you're able to get back and come back down. Let me ask you, he's told everyone to get moving. The group plus the 2 other Marines have moved on. There are the 3 of you at the bottom of this grave, plus Katrina Hill. Do the 3 of you wait for him or continue on?
No, I mean he told us to continue.
He's told everyone to move. He hasn't told anyone to wait for him.
I'm concerned about the civilians.
Okay.
I know he's a Marine. He can handle himself.
All right, so you head out.
I'm gonna make
Doc,
sure.
My concern is also with the civilians, so I would stay with them
so
too.
you head out. Bateman, because we know your concern is not
Damn
with
public
the civilians.
sector workers.
Fuck those guys.
Are you going to wait for the Sarge?
No, well, no. I'm following the group here.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna wait by
And-
myself.
and
That's for damn sure.
Katrina Hill is staying with you, although you will notice that as you start to move out, she looks back at the hill where the Marine was, and then obviously thinks in some way better of it and moves with you. So
Does she have any equipment or recorder or
Not
is
that
she
you've
is she
seen.
holding anything
Nothing
or
that
doing
you've
anything?
seen.
She just purely,
she has a pack around her waist, like a fanny pack type thing, but she's not manipulating. There's no
Right.
blinking lights on it.
It's a satchel.
She is not dressed for this.
What
You've
does she have
definitely
high
seen-
heels on, or is
She has raised heel shoes, but not high heels,
Yeah,
not stilettos.
that's why we were moving so slow.
Is she losing eyelashes
It's
yet?
her specifically.
No, she is let's say she's moved from a 10 to a 9, or from a 1 to a 2 in disheveled levels.
Now, the grass we're moving through isn't so like, people aren't getting like major grass lacerations.
Right, that's what I was saying. So that's one of the reasons you guys moved slowly, was because people were trying to avoid that slap back. They are moving faster, so you're uncertain. As you get up, when you think about that, as you turn around, give me again, no stress dice.
Just mobility?
A straight observation.
Observation?
Yeah, your mobility, you're up and down already. I'm just asking a straight observation, because you asked a question that makes sense.
None.
All right. So moving back down, you think about that, but you don't see
I got body
any
armor.
evidence.
I feel
Any evidence
that
of
I'm
it.
protected.
So when you come down to the bottom, you can hear the noises, the direction. There's no one by you. Do you just run to catch up, or what do you do?
I'm going to run to catch up.
All right, very good. Go ahead and give me... Nah, there's no reason to do that. So you guys are moving. As you come to effectively the other side, which is a slow grade up, you guys are already seeing the civilians. Do you run to catch up?
Yes.
All right. So you're getting there about the same time as them. You're watching the civilians go up. Navarro is helping them. Stevens is helping them. Coombs is at the bottom, just basically on weapon up. Again, I'm using the term overwatch, basically scanning for something. The group is moving up. You can tell by the grunting noises that this slope is much lower, maybe 12 or 15 feet, but much lower than the other side. As you guys make it up the other side, it's not more than 2 minutes run walk, and you guys now open onto a flat area where the grass quickly goes from these 10, 12-foot blades to 5-foot blades that look a little bit different. They're darker in color, maybe brittle almost by look, down to nothing, to where you are looking at, you would call it sand. Okay?
Quicksand.
Well, let's hope not. Then, so at this point, you guys can give me an observation roll. Just observation. No stress dice.
Is it like short distance or long distance? In other words, would it make sense for like Lance Bateman to get to this point and pull out his binoculars and survey the scene?
To me, Lance Bateman would pull out his binoculars.
I think
he has them.
He
I
flips
have
open.
I'm saying because he has them. Lance would think, well,
yeah, this is a
reason
spot
to use these
like
Seekson,
can we
the
see
Seekson
further?
780s.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's an advertisement while I'm doing it.
Exactly.
But can we see a little further beyond the previous limitations of the grass? So
Without a doubt, because there's no grass here.
okay,
I'm also going to use my binoculars.
All right. Are they also Seekson models?
they should be.
Yes, but they're probably the
They
previous
won't be
model.
the prototype 780 that he's got.
No, it's got like 1 times less zoom or something like that.
You have the one time.
It's 1-to-1. It's for show.
You have the floor model. You have the one-time zoom. He's got the 780.
I went into a store. There was a sale. I didn't ask questions. Okay, and I'm too embarrassed to. I'm embarrassed to say how much I
Guys,
paid.
it doesn't
Still,
look like this. I'm not seeing any magnification here.
they reversed the lens on the inside, so it's actually like when you're looking backwards in, it actually makes it smaller.
You pull yours out first, right, with these little binoculars. All of a sudden he pulls his out, and they're like this. I'll think I'll use my binoculars too.
I'm gonna fucking throw mine. Just go, fuck this.
Now they're like a combat.
I got 2.
Okay.
Also, I got 2.
See, they're
All
the
right.
same.
And I got 1.
They work the same.
Yeah, but yours cost 10 times more.
That's
the
fair.
His is
That's-
chromed.
Like, you guys are missing the point of Seekson. Like, we don't make the best shit. We just make what other companies make as the best shit affordable to the average Joe.
Your guys, your Spacer's choice.
Yeah.
From Outer World.
Yeah, exactly. We
Not
don't make
the
the best
best
shit.
choice.
We just
Not
make
the
the
best
cheap
choice,
shit.
yeah.
You're the U-Line company.
You know it'll work at least once.
Yeah, I mean, it'll work until the warranty runs out.
There's like a timer on the side.
It tells you how long it'll last. Seekson's up front about it.
Yeah, 6 months.
The warranty.
All right.
So I got 2.
So everybody is able to see it. It just takes longer for the people that had no successes.
Or
Everyone's going to be able to see it. And there's a long, looks like boardwalk. That's not exactly the right term, but that's what I'm thinking. A long boardwalk out to it. But you guys can see the rig. It's pretty good size. I mean, even from the distance you guys are, which you're guessing is
Like
maybe...
a pier.
I'm sorry?
It's like a pier that goes out to it.
Pier, thank you. That's exactly it. And you're probably 500 meters away or so, which you guys can see in a good-sized rig. For those of you who had the 2 successes and the binoculars, from this distance, you're able to actually look on the pier. The pier looks beat up. The pier looks like it has holes in it. You don't see any obvious burn marks or anything like that. You're not sure what did it. You're also not certain it's wood, but there appear to be holes pockmarked along it. The majority of the pockmarks are in the middle at the, I'm going to call it the land edge, where you go from land to the pier. There's almost none. And the end, maybe your guess is 30 meters to the actual rigs area. Also, there appear to be almost none, but that middle is just pocked up.
So is Sarge back with us?
Yes,
Okay.
everyone is.
If Sarge isn't near me, I'm gonna go over to him and are we away from civilians?
You can
So
easily be.
I'll nudge him or like point him to away, and I'll hand him the binoculars and say, Sarge, check out that pier down there. Some kind of damage, and now. Well, that way we have a moment. I noticed that on the ship back there, that weren't some accident. Something must have been shot at us. I checked the front out and it was blown inward. Something targeted us. It ain't no accident.
Looks like the couch in my condo after a Saturday night party.
Where the hell did you come from, Bateman? I thought we were away from
He snuck over.
Wait a minute, how'd you get here, Bateman? Yeah. God damn. Where did you come from?
You walked up on him.
I'm very, very sneaky, sir.
So are you going to take the binoculars from him and look?
Yeah, if I look through the binoculars and I look, does it look like the rig has any kind of weapons platforms?
No, the rig itself does not. It's a large rig. You've seen machinery like this before in different worlds.
So like, what kind of rig is it?
It's an oil rig. It's a dredge rig.
Okay, all right.
So for you, where he's pointing, as you're looking along it, you're thinking it looks like it's had the collection of basically dot weapons where they hit and blow up, but in mass. My brain's not working on the name, but basically kind of like the small MIRV type thing,
Okay.
where something has struck it. Your guess, as you're looking at it, is it's not new, meaning it's at least a couple months old.
Okay.
At least, and possibly more than that. It's not so far, because it definitely appears to be man-made, like human man-made. It does not seem to have rust on it. It is near water, so you're reasonably certain that it's not old.
I wonder if this island's used for weapons testing. All right, that's our destination. Move out. Form up, move out.
Okay.
All right, people, we're moving down this way. Let's go.
So the walk on the sand is just like you expect walking on sand to be. You guys are not running. I'll back up. How fast are you moving them?
We can probably walk from here because it's open now.
It's
We're out
open
we're out of the
ground.
grass.
You guys can see.
I'm hoping the cats won't follow us out here on the beach.
And then, as you heard Baird say, probably not. You would suspect that they don't. That would be your guess, at least. As you guys are walking there, again, slow move, how close are we getting to the water? Will you allow people to stray, or you guys? The closer you get to the water, the easier it is to walk, meaning it gets more solid. But the closer you are to water that you literally know nothing about, and for you at least, you know, Sarge, that shit comes out of the water. Not necessarily here, but you've been places where shit just comes out of the water.
All right, so I don't pay any attention to any of the civilians that wander close to the water. They're kind of along for the ride at their own.
But you have 3 Marines and you have 2 specific
Marines, right?
charges.
I tell the Marines, keep it tight and avoid the water and protect the dock and the court man.
Well, if they pull back to where they're in basically the diamond formation around them, you got the civilian mass there as well. Basically, you have an outer shell now of civilian innocence that can be taken out on the way. So the walk up there, everybody reduce 1 point of stress if you have it.
All right.
Are we in a safe place?
You believe you're in a safe place at this point. He said, Baird has said he doesn't believe the cats will attack in open ground. Sarge has said the same. He's also said, hey, we can walk there.
Can I use my signature item?
Yes.
You have to spend a shift with it, I think.
Oh, is it a
I
ship?
don't think it's a
Actually,
it's
it
the
might.
shorter one.
The turn?
I think it's the turn.
Book me.
I thought it was a shift.
Yeah, it's worth checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember using my signature item in Dave's
Slightly
game.
different in Dave's game
Like
versus
my
mine.
yeah. I thought I remember using it as an action, not as a shift.
So I have calming presence. If we're in what's considered a safe space, then myself and one ally can reduce by 1.
Okay.
That's why I like the dock.
All right. Very good.
Always made you feel calm.
Yep.
All right. So we'll have to figure out how often that signature item. I know that in campaign play it's once per game. I know that in cinematic it's once per scene, and I feel like it's the short because it has to be, because I was trying to pull that off when I was in the back of the vehicle. So it is not one round,
it's a turn.
it's one turn.
Okay.
You guys are going to spend a turn walking there. So if any of you want to use your signature item, you can use it as well.
So I pull out like the little. It's the future. It's an encased picture because I want to make sure it's safe. It's
Yeah,
a picture
of
of my
course.
daughter and my wife. So I just kind of pull it out and look at it on the way there.
So reduce yours 1 stress. Are you able to do that in addition to yours? I would think.
Yeah, I
In
could.
addition to calming. So if you want to, you can reduce 1 more.
I don't need
Lance,
to.
do you?
I'm good. I'm high. I took my nap.
Sorry,
leave
I
right
rubbed
before-
I rubbed my buddy's dog tags.
On the way in.
Yep.
All right. So where are we at for stress?
I got 3.
3 still.
I'm at 3.
0.
3.
3 and 0.
Nice.
Very, very good. You have the nap relief still
Yeah,
running
you guys
through your
should
system.
try Seeks and Snap Relief. I mean, it's like untested, right? But it's just as potent as Wayland Yutani's at 1/10 the price. So
I'm gonna.
if anybody wants a sample,
I'll look to the dock.
The doc shakes her head.
I'll
No.
say.
What are the side effects?
Like I said, it's untested. I mean, we did not have time to go through that.
Human trials begin now as he holds out his.
If you want testing and side effects, you go buy our competitors.
Sign this NDA real quick, and then I'll give you some.
Yeah, right.
All right. So on the walk up, you guys are heading up there. The water is lapping in like you would expect. One of the things about this planet is the water was very similar to Earth H2O. There are some other trace pollutants in it that are different than our sea, but it is moving in a similar way to it. As it's pulling back, you'll notice the beach looks similar to a normal beach. Not a whole lot of stones on the beach, but there are shells. The shells have similar shapes to the ones we have. You got your kind of oval-shaped mollusk shells. You have a few of the circular ones, not sand dollars because those are fairly specific, but the shells. Every once in a while, you'll see one of the civilians will kind of look and pick one up and look at it, and then kind of toss it back. Eventually, you guys, one of you or a couple of you will notice that a good portion of them will grab one and take it with them.
I take a head count. Oh, we have all civilians.
As you make the quick count, you have 23 people moving in mass at this point.
R.I.P. Perkins.
So, on the walk-in, on the walk-in, Coombs is going to ask you, Sarge, what are we doing with Perkins? I mean, the Major. It's the Major's nephew.
Right, and Perkins knew the risks taken in putting the armor on.
Yes, Sarge.
I'll update the major and my report.
Okay, and he moves away. Now you read in the way that he moves away that he wants to ask more, but knows not to. I mean, you've given him your report, he's done. But you can see that there's more there. The Marines definitely do a much wider scan than you guys. They will turn around and walk backwards. They are still in main focus around the two of you. So you've got Navarro in front, you got Coombs on the right, you got Stevens on the water side, and then running the back end with you is going to be Sarge. You guys get to the pier finally, and again, it's a good long walk. You still have maybe about 40-50 minutes worth more in light, but the light is still very bright for where you're at. What you're thinking is it's kind of like the desert, where once it's down, it just winks out. Your day, night. You hit the edge of that pier, starting to make the walk out, and a bunch of the civilians are like, as you're getting close to it, are asking, so are we going to the oil rig? How are we getting picked up? And there's more and more will pick up that. And Hill will then ask you, Sarge, you were saying that we're moving to the rig for safety. What's happening? When are we getting picked up? Where are we getting picked up? Are they picking us up on the rig?
I don't know. We're going to establish comms when we get there. So that Stevens, when we get to the rig, the main rig needs your assistance in getting up on communications. We're going to see if we can't pick up a ping off of Perkins' locator, and we'll reach command.
Got it, Sarge. So he then moves out to the front where Navarro is. Out here, you're not going to move in the standard diamond. So he's immediately up there to move two front, two back. Go ahead.
So he kind of, so she asked a question and he kind of gave a, like, I'm guessing she's looking for more.
Oh, yeah.
And the civilians are probably looking for something. So I'm saying, all right, you all heard the sergeant. We're going to go up here. We're going to wait. We're going to try and get comms. What I want all of you to do, make sure you're all safe. Stay in a group. I don't want no stragglers. No one go looking off different hallways. Everyone stay in a group. You know, we just went through a whole ordeal. We should looking like it's a little safe now. Don't think we have to worry about the cats on the oil rig. But, you know, we just gotta be safe. You don't know if something, you know, maybe something crawled up in there. We're gonna scout and gonna have the Marines go, but we're gonna keep you safe as long as you stay in a group.
Ain't no cats on the oil rig.
I'm sorry, but the look at the table the Sequoia just gave you is exactly what I was thinking. You did really good, and then you went off the
I realized that as soon as I said
it. A little more concerned than when you started.
It's kind of like,
now
I want to give
look.
them, and then I realized something in my head that, oh wait, there's something extra. I say it and say, oh shit, shouldn't have said that. And then just kept going, trying to reel it back.
So as you're walking out, the civilians are definitely watching the water.
That's good.
Okay? As you guys are moving amidst the holes, the holes look like they are melted into this thing. And it is not actually wood, it's some kind of plasteel. You know, basically very thick, heavy plastic. The holes in a lot of cases go all the way through. Some of the holes are as big as a 3-foot diameter. So in some cases, as you guys are walking, you're having to skirt them. And so it's not everybody in a fairly cool single file, side-by-side movement. Stevens, once he's cleared the area where the holes are, moves a little bit faster ahead. Sarge, he calls in on you. He says, Sarge, I'm moving ahead. Go secure the front door.
All right.
So, and you're getting fairly clear. There's a bit of crackle in it, but you are getting fairly clear from him. And Sarge, the first thing you're going to look for, you got the comm tech background, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking, you definitely see the antenna that you would expect here to have it work. Now, I do want to have you give me an observation roll. Again, no stress, please.
Okay.
And I'm doing no stress because these are things that I envision you would bring in, and I don't see why you would get more stressed by noticing these.
I would like to specifically move up to the front of the group.
Okay, so Sarge, the dock is now moving away from you and Bateman.
I stay pace with her.
All right, Bateman, the Sarge and the dock are moving ahead of you, and you're leaving Bateman right
Come
now.
on, Bateman.
Yeah, no, I'm looking around like I don't care and just kind of
All right.
realizing
Your
it's
bag of tricks.
Very good.
kind of second guess. Wait, I'm not done. Then I'll catch up.
So Doc, where are you? You said you're moving to the front. Where are you moving to? How far in the front do you mean?
I mean, so my goal is just to increase the security among the civilians. Because while the message they're receiving is you guys aren't as important, I disagree. And so I figure if I'm with the group, then they're going to be more protected.
Okay, good. So you're going to stay in the middle of the group, middle front of the group.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
yeah.
it pulls the Marines in with the group.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that thinking. So you guys all are now past the basically the holes in the walkway, and again, as you're walking by, you can literally see right down to the water below. The area that you are walking to has a very slight slope to it. If you were to put a marble on it, it would roll. But were you to sit down on it, you're not sliding on it. It's very, very small slope. By the time you get to the other side, your guesstimate is you are up maybe 40 feet from the water below on the rig. The water laps around the base of the rig. You can hear it. The rig makes a very low kind of metal grinding, not extreme, but a metal grinding kind of creak.
Kind of little shit type creep.
Yeah, just and slow, relaxed. Nothing that's making you feel like there should be anything strange about it, because the chances are pretty good that,
It's just
with the
normal rig.
exception of the Marines,
Nothing to fear.
none of you has been around anything like this before.
Yeah.
As you get away from the holes, you can see that the majority of the civilians get calm once that creaking gets louder, and you can feel it coming through the plates that you're walking on. You can see that nervousness has come up. Wouldn't even call it one stress, but it's up enough that they are looking around a little more, looking up a bit more. At one point, as you guys are coming on, there is a circle ring around this side of the rig. So the rig, think of it as basically a ball and then a square beyond it. You guys come into the ball or the sphere, you walk around the sphere left or right. The square you could see from the land before you were walking, you can't see it around the ball. And I say square, but I mean rectangle. That you're assuming is probably, if there is a landing pad, that's where it's going to be. In addition to that, that is probably where any of the the non-oil drawing components are. So potentially everything but the engine to drive it is probably there. Any kind of sleeping quarters, that type of thing. As you're moving around, you will catch the sight of Stevens at a doorway. You guys are far enough up front. Stevens is banging on the door. Doesn't look panicked or anything, but is banging on the door and then goes back, does something on the front, which you're assuming is a keypad, kicks the door, does something on the keypad, and by the time you're getting to the point where you can hear him over the lapping water, he is now taking the front plate off of the keypad. As you guys get up close, now you got a mass of people. The walkway itself can handle 3 across, crammed to 4 across.
Okay.
So the civilians all pile up around wherever you guys end. Do you walk all the way up to Stevens? Or would you stop?
No, I'd give him breathing room.
All right. So go ahead.
So I want, if I'm watching him and if he has trouble for more than a minute, then I'm gonna go up to him.
All right. So you will have watched him for pretty close to a minute fighting with it. Again, as the point is, you guys are getting close, he's taking the plate off of whatever the control panel is for the lock.
Is Stevens a Comtech Marine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one that you've been asking, right? I'm sure.
I'm the
it's
Comtech Marine.
No. What I'm saying is he has that ability. You told him you were going to check with him. He's your pilot. He's the one who would be messing with you. You're welcome to go up there. I'm just saying he's trying to get in and get things going.
Yeah, when he starts taking off the plate, I mean, he should know that that's my area of expertise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll take off the
He's
plate
a
and
pilot, yeah,
he'll holler to you, "Hey, Sarge, I can't get the door open."
Okay,
He's got the plate pulled.
Yeah, that's where I would go, and I mean that's exactly what I do specifically. Yeah,
Perfect.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go over there and just do like the dad thing and just kind of stand there and be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen this model before. You're gonna want to use that one."
So he's assisting.
I'm assisting.
Are you? You have
Yeah,
contact?
I have contact.
Well,
Fantastic.
all right, so my Comtech.
So now you're going to be rolling Comtech
All right.
with the stress
So
dice.
let's see. So 4 plus 5, and I get plus 2 dice on Comtech stuff. So
You got this, son.
extra 1 and
Now,
plus.
hold up. What is the +2 is the Comtech?
Is my remote count?
And what does that mean? What does that say?
if
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. This is out of the Colonial Marines book, as
Yeah,
opposed to the main
see.
book. For the rest of you on the rig edge, you can also, now that you're completely on the rig, there is a very slight sway to it. What you're realizing, it is probably anchored in a couple of spots, but it is floating anchored, meaning it's tied to some kind of a heavy thing in the ground, maybe even hooked or drilled into the ground. But there is a very slight sway. If anyone were seasick, time on here might affect it.
I wonder when the last time this rig passed Wayland Yutani's safety inspection.
No, it's for remote control
They'd
devices.
almost
So,
get immediate
Not the
seats
extra
and
two.
so I get an extra die from his assist plus my 3 stress dice. All right.
So, but you don't get the extra 2 for the. Okay.
seeks and guarantees the quickest approval for all of your safety check needs.
When I get extra 1 from him.
Guaranteed approval.
All right, so I have 2 hits, so I succeed.
Over a certain
And
profit
no-
level.
No aliens.
Perfect. So with 2, one of the problems with it is you got a corroded wire that you're able to set up to get power back to it.
Okay.
But there is still a second thing. You effectively go through and override the command sequence to get it open. You expected that you're going to have to do that anyway because you don't have the codes to get in, and nobody's just going to leave the rig that's actually working. So you get it. The door grinds open, which also should not be. It should move a little easier than that. But as it cracks open, who is up by the sergeant? I'm going to say within 10 feet.
Me.
Okay? That's it?
Stevens is there.
All right.
think about
And
it.
Stevens.
Regret
So
this.
all three of you smell a very foul, rotting smell
What does it
emanating
smell?
from it.
Does it smell like death?
It smells like death, and we'll end right there.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. So it's not gonna be easy.
Hey, everybody, get inside.
All right, everybody. No.
Civilians first!
Cover your nose. Don't ask why.
Thank you for listening to another NCRP Productions podcast. To stay on top of everything we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook, all at NCRP Productions. You can show your support and help us continue to produce content by joining our Patreon. We offer additional podcasts like our B-Sides and have GM materials, maps, and other fun things you can discover over time. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and many other fine podcast sites. Just look for us at NCRP Productions. We value your thoughts, so please don't hesitate to leave us feedback or comments. And if you would like to contact us directly, you can email us at ncrpproductions@gmail.com.